So go ahead with the age gap
Um,
argument.
What I was explaining what judgment meant or whatever.
Worthy of judgment.
Yeah, worthy of judgment. Because I think it's very suspect and it's telling of a person's mental state or like character when they participate in a large age gap
Yeah.
relationship, especially with a much younger person.
So wait, anyways, back to the age gap conversation. So do you want to continue making your argument?
I don't know if there's like a specific question. I mean, I already made my argument. I think
You think
that
it's worthy of judgment?
I think it's worthy of judgment for sure.
Okay. So like what to you constitutes an age gap? Like with 30 and 20, I'm assuming
That's an age gap. I think.
warrants judgment.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that.
So what about like
absolutely
30,
warrants judgment.
25?
No, that's fine. I mean, that's like
Okay. 35, 25?
suspect. Yeah.
Suspect?
Yeah.
Why? In what way is it suspect?
I mean, I think the older you get, the more responsibility you have, like, of yourself. But young adults, like in their early mid 20s, are still aging and learning, and so they're going through a very transformative period in their lives, and people that are in their 30s are past this period in their lives, and it's very weird for them to find so much common ground with these early
Sure.
mid-20s
Well,
people.
before I offer my point of view on this, we'll just get the whole panel's thoughts here. Age gap relationships, do you object? Do you not care? What are your thoughts on age gap relationships?
I do not care.
Okay.
I'm looking at the stage of life more than the particular age. So I just think it's weird when one person is like barely starting out in life, creating like their construct of the world, and then you have a person who's like already very well established, like has done all the things. That seems weird to me. Whereas like maybe you have a late bloomer and like an early starter, and the age gap might be big, but like they're basically in the same phase of life. I don't really see a problem with that. You see what I'm saying? Because maturity and thought process and stuff is not just a function of age, it's also a function of life experience, which is going to be variable person to person.
Stage of life, that's an interesting one. So would you, Desiree, would you date somebody younger than you?
I typically don't, but if they have accomplished more than me in like most areas of life, then I would, because it could be somebody that I could look up to.
So when it comes to stage of life, and this isn't totally related to age gap stuff, but like, for example, should average women be allowed to date men with status? For example, I think
wouldn't.
most women here at this table, if a guy who is a professional athlete gave you attention, you'd probably date him.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Assuming, you thought he was attractive, you liked him,
Yeah,
whatever.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But it's a totally different stage of life. He's got a fuck ton of money.
Right, I don't think that that's healthy, because
have
I
one
usually
like that
think
in my
Why?
the one person's like a leech. I think the people need to be on the equal level.
So women are leeches.
If that's the case, like if she's like clout chasing or she's only with him because
Yes.
of his status,
There's
I
plenty
think
of
that's wrong.
there's plenty
No,
of
I think that's
basic
gross.
nobody fucking women who want to fuck
I think
celebrities.
that's wrong. I think that they're not
It's a
not
different
the
stage of
match.
life.
But I'm right. So I'm saying that people should be in the same phase of life.
Yes,
when they're
I
together,
agree.
when they're
That's why
partners.
women who aren't funny shouldn't have as one of their requisites for dating him. He shouldn't
Exactly,
be funny.
exactly. Like,
if you're not a
you
funny
should only be
woman,
looking at
don't
the
date a
match.
funny
Exactly.
guy.
You
But
should only be looking
every
at your
single
match.
woman wants to date a funny guy.
That's not true.
Every single
That's
girl.
not true. I never
I like
actually,
a
I'm not
humor- I like
attracted
a
to-
funny
I
guy.
I never say that.
Good to know.
I never say that.
It's
Almost
really put
every single woman says, I like funny men.
almost
Are they
every-
funny? They're in
don't
a
like
different
clowns.
stage of their
Definitely not.
comedic development.
That is true.
It's
There's
not-
nothing wrong
it's not
there.
true.
Like I didn't get sarcasm for the
Turn
longest
off.
time. I'm barely starting.
Sure.
Anyways, so okay. Let me go around the table, get everybody's thoughts here. Okay.
It's a completely
Here,
turn off.
Maddie, you're part of the team. Fuck it, whatever.
Okay,
I mean, if you want to
Oh,
weigh
I thought
in.
you wanted me to just be quiet.
Oh, if you want to weigh in, you can. But
I don't really care, but I probably wouldn't do it for myself.
sure.
Yeah, I don't really care. I just don't think that I would do it for myself either. But I do think that sometimes, like, seeing an age gap of like 15 years, I guess I'm just kind of
Does
giving.
it give you the ick? Is it creepy?
It's like
Is it gross?
It's like
Did
if
you-
I saw a 15-year-old with like a.
Well, hold on.
that's
We're talking.
illegal.
we're-
Okay.
well-
So
Or
we're
like, I
talking.
guess
going
18-year-old.
too far.
18-year-old.
Sure. Yeah, we're
an
talking about yes,
18-year-old.
adult relationships
Yeah.
So an 18-year-old.
here. Yeah.
If I saw an 18-year-old with like a 35-year-old, 40-year-old, I don't know. I feel like personally, I don't know. I just don't. I don't think it's right on my end.
Okay.
But if like the
Sure.
other person would want to do that, then like that's all like for them.
Okay.
Well, I don't think it's right or wrong, but I do state the facts that because I'm from the Middle East, majority of men there prefer younger women. A lot of women in America, they come, they're perfect, they just want young women. But usually in the Middle East and a lot of places in the world, when women hit puberty, they get married. I'm not saying it's right, and I'm not saying it's wrong. For me personally, I don't like dating younger guys. I like dating guys my age, but the world is super diverse. Everybody in America think America is the center, and what they do here, it's normal. But I can tell you firsthand, younger women in majority of the world, this is what guys want. And a lot of the guys, when they married a woman and she come to a certain age, they change her for a better model that looks exactly like her. Unfortunately, a lot of women don't want to accept that because they want to think, it doesn't matter my age. But age does matter to a lot of men.
I actually don't think it's men that are opting out for a newer model.
No, not here.
It
I'm saying in the
happens.
Middle. No, but in the Middle East, they do. I've seen
well, I
a
don't know
lot
about
of
the
men.
Middle East, but
No, I'm saying in the
Okay,
other side of the
sure.
world.
your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't care about the age. I just, for me, I like them older.
Okay. So you prefer to date older men?
Yes.
Okay. What's the oldest you've dated?
39.
Okay. And well, how old were you?
24.
24. So that's 15? 15, 16?
Yeah, 15, yeah.
And but you don't think it's weird from the guy's part to want to date somebody younger? You don't think it's weird or whatever?
I don't think it's weird, but in my opinion, in my experience. But then I definitely seen other type of like people, that other relationships where the girls are having like those daddy issues. That's when I think
Daddy
it's that's when I think it's
Sure.
definitely wrong. Like
Okay.
I think if they're old enough to be your parent, I think that's kind of like the gap. But I think a few years is fine, 5, 6, 7 years. But anything kind of over 10 is icky.
Wait, so you mentioned like what's the thing of if it's the same age as your
Like
what?
if they could be old enough to be your parent, technically, like they could be your mom or dad. The
15?
age.
Women don't mind if
Wait,
it's a celebrity.
But I don't. So
Well, that's just me. I wouldn't date a guy that's
Yeah, me
as old
too.
as my dad.
But
and my
society is hypocrite because you could see young, gorgeous girl dating, like a famous celebrity.
Right, I'm not
But,
attracted to that. I think
me
that's
too,
weird.
but a lot of women say, no, I don't date an older man, but if he's multimillionaire and famous, they would do it because it's hypocrite.